it was also gathered that it took the intervention of every police presence, to lead Ikorodu out of Maiduguri.
Well, I don't know why we see this kind of thing happening in our league. Although we know that Economic Warriors are struggling by now. They are closer to relegation, 16 on the log with 43 points. But then we need to wait and have the official report coming from the MPFA. But then let's talk about Ikorodu City now. I mean, we saw them this season. They came, they started so poor, but then they gave back to groove. And they are just getting results both home and away. We saw what they did against Katsina United. I mean,
honestly, they are the big revelation in the Nigerian Premier Football League this season. Nobody saw it coming. Nobody actually gave it to them at the beginning of the season, where they were struggling. 5 games at the beginning of the season, they picked just a point, and we were thinking that maybe perhaps this was Sporting Lagos 2.0. And they surpassed expectation after that terrible start. They had to sack their coach, their former coach Bright Zabagi, and they gave the mantle to the assistant manager, talking about Nuruddin Awiruru. And ever since he took up the mantle, ever since he took up the baton of leadership, he has been doing very, very fantastic for the Yoga Boys. They are currently third on the log with how many points? 51 points.
Same point
with Abia Warriors. 51 points. And back-to-back points away from home. The last away game, 17. They are the team with the most goals in Nigerian Premier Football League this season. They have scored the highest goals in Nigerian Premier Football League this their debut season. Nobody expected them to actually be in top 10. Not even in top 3.
I listened to the chairman of the club speaking several times. And he was saying, we are just here to play football.
Honestly,
we are not aiming the continental.
Of course.
This was what Chelsea coach said, and we saw what happened. But then, gradually, they are gathering momentum, securing victory at home, getting some points away
from home.
It's massive for a new team, a private-owned team.
You see, and that's what I'm saying.
And they are still much the President's FA Cup.
Of course. They are through to the quarterfinal of the President FA Cup, which of course it's something that they can fancy their chances of winning. If they are doing fantastically well in the league, you wonder what they can do in the President Federation Cup, which of course is a tournament and not just like a league that is a marathon. And for them to actually be very, very impressive. It's very, 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 very good for the league. I mean, seeing the debutants doing so well in the league, winning their games home and away, picking some points away from home, going to the most difficult grounds, difficult grounds to pick points. They came to Ibadan, they pick a point. They went to Maiduguri, they also pick a point despite the hostility and all, despite the controversy and some dramas. I mean, they are doing very, very well. You just have to give it to them. You just have to, commend the management, commend the players, commend every stakeholder involved in that project. They have a fantastic football project right there, and I think maybe they are seeing what Remo Stars are doing. Talking about the private-owned club. Remo Stars, not just for their mate team, even their female football team. They are doing well in the Nigerian Women's Football League. Also, their academy boys talking about beyond limits. So we need more.
They are really beyond limits.
They are moving beyond the limits and they are moving beyond the boundaries, getting the results. I mean, we just have to appreciate what the management of Ikorodu City have done. I mean, this is a massive. There can never be a better debut season for a league debutant coming into the league. I mean, winning games. Currently third with 4 games to go. Even if they are not dreaming of continental football, mathematically and statistically, realistically, they are well positioned. They are, like you said, they are gaining momentum every match day. They pick a point in Ibadan. They won their next game, 6 goals to nothing. I mean, they also won the President Federation Cup against Beyond Limits, and they traveled to Maiduguri also to actually pick a point. They are unbeaten.
From Benin
from Benin to Maiduguri. They are unbeaten in their last 4 games across all competitions. This is very, very massive. This is good for a private. We need more of this private owned club to actually succeed in the league.
Maybe we should have a private owned club here in the city of Ibadan.
Of course, if there's something that I think can actually improve our league, it is the introduction of private, the influx. Of course, maybe the influx of private owned clubs. We do, good. We do very, very well for the promotion of our league because there will be there will be proper structure. There will be accountability.
That's
There will be check and balance,
yes,
and there will be growth.
They cannot give us poor results and you expect things
Of
to
course.
go rosy with you.
Even Sporting Lagos, I mean, they are still doing well in the NLA. They are on the verge of gaining promotion back.
Probably they'll come.
So this is very, very good. I mean, Ikorodu City, they are the biggest revelation this season, and the fact that they do not even have more experienced players in their camp. They have young guys with little or no experience of the league, and now they are doing very well. I mean, you see their captain talking about Ojetayo, was it Wasi Ojetayo, doing very, very well.
A couple of times I saw the guy playing, and of course I'm highly impressed with the way he does his thing, playing from the right back, creating chances, creating spaces, also creating chances for these young guys.
And you have someone like Shola Adelani who has it's double digits.
I wonder why he's not in that under 20 squad.
Yeah, I also felt he would get.
I saw the professional list and he was included.
I was thinking he would get a call up, but maybe they are actually keeping a spot for him in the Chan Eagles. Maybe they feel he has grown past under 20. Maybe we definitely get a call up to the Chan Eagles.
Officially, we are live on Facebook right about now, so you can join the conversation. How was your weekend? And of course, what was your major highlight this weekend? Like we spoke earlier, United lost, Chelsea came back, Liverpool getting closer to the
Why are you emphasizing on United lost? United lost. You cannot say Shooting Stars lost. We're talking about
Let's
MPFL, you're saying United lost.
And let's talk about Shooting Stars of Ibadan. They played at the Lagos Salami Stadium behind closed door. They play against their biggest rival in Southwest. Talking about Remo Stars. And for the first time, Remo Stars did a double against Shooting Stars.
Yeah, quite unfortunate that 28 home games unbeaten run came to an end today. The last time Shooting Stars lost at home was against Eyimba in January 2024, and they have played 28 games, home games, without losing a single game. But the record was broken today. Of course, every record is meant to be broken, but it was not just good enough that it happened this way at this point in time. But you and I know that we saw this coming.
Yeah,
we were expecting. For me, I was expecting it because of the fact that the absence of the fans, coupled with the fact that Shooting Stars have been very, very underperforming in recent weeks. So all of these factors, all these underlying factors, gave Remo Stars that confidence that
they needed this game more.
Yeah,
they needed it more.
That they can come to Ibadan and pick maximum points, and that's what happened. Although I was actually expecting a draw, but when I saw that, I was expecting a draw, but I never ruled out the opportunity of Shooting Stars losing the game. Like I said, the fans factor in a derby game like this is very, very crucial. So the game being played behind closed door gave Remo Stars confidence and morale that they can come here
like
and
they
play.
are in a neutral
Of course,
ground.
it was more like a neutral ground, nothing like home advantage, nothing like hostility, nothing like the fans' atmosphere, electric atmosphere, creating very hostile environment, just to frustrate the opponent. But Remo Stars came to Ibadan and they felt so comfortable, and that's what happened. They won, and Shooting Stars have not been doing very well. It's just very, very sad, and that the first stanza ended on a brilliant note for Shooting Stars. But ever since the commencement of the second stanza, they have been the shadow of themselves. This year has been nothing inspiring for Shooting Stars. This is a very tough time, to be a Shooting Star fan. I remember last season, we didn't want the season to end last season because Shooting Stars were closer to getting the continental
and we're thinking
ticket.
that this season is going to be.
But this season, we want the season to end today.
Yeah.
And I can tell you for a fact that Shooting Stars NPFL season ended the moment they could not pick 3 points against Ikorodu City.
Yeah.
So what happened? The following match, they went to Bayelsa, they lost. This one at home again, they lost back-to-back losses for Shooting Stars. Yeah. So it's just the reflection of their reality towards the end of the season. The hope is lost. The hope is not alive anymore. They have 4 more games to go. 2 away games, 2 home games. They will travel to Abia next. They will also host Sunshine. They will travel to Kano and they will play against Rangers.
All right, City Boy, let's go to our Facebook page now. It's buzzing already. Abibu Muyiwa saying Ikorodu City has been outstanding. No doubt about that. And of course, he's saying good evening, watching you from Aroromaki Day. Up Liverpool is coming home soon. You will know this is a Liverpool fans, and of course they are enjoying their moment.
Of course.
And of course for Jaye Sol, am I mistaken now? I read your area saying make una give
Make una do what?
Making a do giveaway. Definitely will do.
No problem.
A giveaway on the show. But then he spoke further saying unbeaten in the Europa League, unbeaten in the Premier League. United fans on Thursday night are always happy. Come on, that's trolling.
Of course, he's trying. Of course, I know him. He's trolling us, but it's part of football. The banter is part of football, of course. But we see what happened at the end of the season. United are focusing on winning the Europa because Europa League is the only.
So are you sure? Are you sure that as the Europa is going now, they played against a decent Spanish team? Talking about Atletico Bilbao.
They knocked out a decent Spanish team that scored 4 goals at the Santiago Bernabeu.
Well,
talking about Real Sociedad.
Well, I don't understand.
So I don't understand what you mean by a decent.
I don't know.
Are Real Sociedad not a decent Spanish side?
Atletico Bilbao.
What do you mean?
Quality.
So Real Sociedad does not have
we have
quality.
the Williams brother.
The Williams brothers.
Nice.
They Real Sociedad also have. They also have some quality players.
Right, we don't need to digress. Talking about the
want us to
Premier Football
digress.
League. Let's check the table right about now. We have Remo Stars stopping after 34 games with 65 points, followed by Rivers United, second position with 58 points. We have Ikodu City, Abia Warriors, Benin Insurance, Enugu Rangers, sixth position. People's Elephant, DA Yimba, currently 7th on the log with 49 points. Shooting Stars of Ibadan. Come on.
Quite unfortunate for Shooting Stars from being a title contender
to
a title pretender.
Like shooting
they are not even in the title race anymore. Don't let me even say title. But maybe top 10 pretender.
Okay.
Because as it stands, they are 8th on the log with 48 points. Kano Pillars 47 points. Quite unfortunate for Shooting Stars. I think at the end of the season, I want to see, some kind of overhaul in the management from top to bottom, because what is happening in Shooting Stars is beyond what we are seeing on the pitch. You don't understand? It's beyond the result we are getting on the pitch. It's as a result of some issues going on behind the scene. And what is happening on the pitch is a result of what is happening off the pitch. So a lot needs to be done going into next season. Because this season is officially
Let's
over.
talk about the relegation battle now. We have Aqua United. Come on. I'm only sad to see Sonia Salvakure in the relegation zone. Lobby Stars officially, they are gone. So we still have the likes of the Accra Gunners, Aqua United.
You see from the 14th position, Niger Tornadoes,
Nasarawa United,
Nasarawa
Economy Warriors.
Any of these teams can actually relegate. And that's the beauty of MPFL. It's very, very difficult, very competitive to predict. You cannot say categorically that this team will relegate, this team will relegate, and this one will escape relegation. Lobby Stars confirmed they have relegated for the very first time in their club history after being in the top flight of Nigerian football for 27 consecutive years.
Yeah.
Quite unfortunate for Lobby Stars. A lot happened in that team as well.
Just like Lobby Stars, like Brendan Quinn, also they are at the verge of relegate.
Relegate, yeah. I don't know what is happening to the Benue side. The Benue governor, the government needs to intervene.
I mean, last season we saw Sunshine Queen. They relegated last season. Sunshine
Star escaped narrowly. They narrowly escaped.
But this is like this.
But it is looking as if it is impossible for Coach Kennedy Boboye, the big man there in Aqua United. I mean, when he won some games, I think he won 3 games in a row, back to back wins for him.
I mean, we were
thinking it was going to salvage the situation for Aqua United, the promise keepers. But it seems like the promise keepers are not going to fulfill their promise of keeping the team in the league, because 38 points, the same points with Sunshine Stars after match 34. Anything can still happen for them. Academy Warriors, you could see the reason why their fans were furious that they could not pick a maximum point. But there is no justification for violence in football.
Definitely.
You do not win by all means. Yes, there should be a level playing ground in football if you really want to grow our league. And if we want our league to get to that standard, that utmost, that highest standard that we really want, especially when we say we are the giants of Africa.
All right.
So there should not be.
Are we really the giants of Africa? But that's not the conversation for this night. All right. At the Santiago Bernabeu, as we speak now, Real Madrid, 68 minutes of action, goalless as we speak. And of course, the Italian Serie A is getting more interesting because Atalanta are edging closer to secure victory away from home. 79 minutes of action. Still AC Milan 0, Atlanta 1.
For Real Madrid, Kylian Mbappe is not in the game because of the red card. Of course, he's going to miss this game. Just one game. I still don't know why someone will be red carded.
A straight red
sent
card.
to a straight red card.
And just miss a game.
Well,
I think it's
Daddy Perez influence. Daddy Perez, you cannot tell me anything. Daddy
just
Perez.
like coach, this is politics.
Jude Bellingham, Rodrigo Vinicius leading the attack for Real Madrid. Luka Modric, Orien Chouameni, and Dani Ceballos in the middle of the pack. Ceballos has been, has been subbed off, and he was replaced by Endrick in the 58th minute. At the back, we have Federico Valverde as a right back, Raul Asensio, Antonio Rudiger at the heart of the defense, and you have Eduardo Camavinga playing as a left back. I don't really understand what is happening with Real Madrid. Why are you having Valverde playing as a right back and Camavinga playing as a left back? They're having issue with their defense line. Thibaut Courtois in goal. I still don't know.
Even not because of that man, Arsenal would have, in fact,
they would have scored more than
all right,
more than 5 goals.
Let's go to the Premier League right about now. We have 4 games that went down today. Fulham playing against Chelsea. Chelsea did the comeback. They won the game 2-1, and for Arsenal, they won their game today away from home 4-0. Wolves against United at the Old Trafford Stadium. Wolves won the game, and of course for Liverpool against Leicester City. Liverpool won the game, and for Van Nistelrooy, I don't want to say anything.
It's back. They are back to the championship.
Where they belong.
Quite unfortunate that they won the championship last season.
Yeah.
Enzo Maresca won it for them.
Maybe they'll go back to drawing board now when it gets back to the
What kind of drawing board are they going back? They won the champion. They qualified for the league.
Maybe
they
because
should.
Enzo Maresca left.
Where it is very, very sure that the 3 teams that gain promotion are going back.
Yes.
Southampton, Leicester. Only time we tell for Ipswich, because very soon they will also be confirmed relegated. But for Chelsea, what a fantastic comeback!
What is fantastic?
It is very fantastic. A late comeback in a London derby.
I mean, first leg also. Fulham did the comeback.
Yes, it was even similar because the times. I mean, I say the time, the minutes. That they scored the goals against Chelsea was almost the same minute that Chelsea also scored yesterday. And what a comeback, like I said, a late comeback inspired by one of the academic ground. We're talking about George. Yes, I'm trying to remember his surname. Talking about Tariq George, one of Cobham's finest. Getting a goal for Chelsea to actually inspire the late comeback. And Chelsea, of course, they silenced Fulham. They left Fulham looking craving at the cottage. It was a very, very fantastic, for me, I would say a fantastic fight from Chelsea, because
they needed the game.
And you know that it could have been a very, very disastrous for them. It could have been a major blow if they had lost that game today at the Craven Cottage. But what a goal from Pedro Neto, the winning goal. I would say that Pedro Neto has been very, very sorry for Chelsea recently, and also for the young man talking about Tariq George scoring his first Premier League goals in Blues colours. Don't forget this guy has been. I think he scored his first goal in Conference League, but this was his first Premier League goals to inspire a late comeback for Chelsea, leaving Fulham craving at the cottage.
All right. Let's talk about Liverpool against Leicester City. Liverpool getting more closer to secure the title this season. But then let's talk about Leicester City, just like you mentioned. Last season, we saw what they did at the Championship. They were going back officially now.
Yeah, it is official.
What is the fate of Ruben Nistelrooy?
Well, I still don't. For me, I still believe that they can continue the project with him. Of course, he has shown that he's a good manager with the job he was. He has actually handled before in the past. I mean, we saw what he did at Feyenoord. I mean, Feyenoord. He actually did very well then, and he came to Manchester United to be an assistant coach to former manager Erik ten Hag before he was given the role as an interim manager after Erik was sacked. And also, he didn't lose a game for Manchester United in 4 games. I think he won 2, he drew 1, he drew 2 rather. He didn't lose even against Chelsea. And they saw the potentials in him, and that's why he was given the opportunity to lead at the King's Power Stadium but it has been a topsy-turvy for him. It has been very, very bad. I think he has. I don't think he has won 3 games,
Yeah.
3 Premier League games in charge. I'm trying to look at the table right now to
Alright.
see their points because it's been a very, very poor run.
Ayodeji Abdulateef Fashola saying we are united.
Yeah, glory, Man
We know
United.
you are united, so you're just
Thanks for
just-
joining us all the way from Dallas, Texas. Thanks for
that's
joining
nice
us.
one.
Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate you, sir. Thank you for coming through. Now they have 18 points. Very, very terrible. After match day 33,
Yeah.
from 33 matches, they picked 18 points. So it is very, very terrible. Very, very poor from Leicester. They didn't deserve to remain in the league. So they cannot say that they deserve to actually relegate. So it's just for them to go back and maybe to get some quality players. I think they have quality players in
Yeah,
that camp. They still have the experience of Vardy. They have Pastin Daka.
Yeah.
They have Mavididi. They have Wilfred Didi in the middle of the park. They have some players that you expect them to actually fight, but it has been very, very poor for them in the league.
Let's open the phone line now and let's do at least some little giveaway. I mean, sister.
Of
So
course,
just call into the studio
celebration.
line and of course,
Tell
you
us the
have
team you rep.
definitely and your experience this weekend 09151035555. Again, 09151035555. Let's enjoy the conversation this night. Of course, give
I think if there's something to fight for in the Premier League, I think it is Champions League. The race for top five race, because it is really getting interesting.
All right, so we have a caller already this evening. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Oluwatobi. I'm calling from Monota.
Oluwatobi from Monoton. So how was your weekend? Let's start with that.
I can't hear you.
How was your weekend? Let's start with that.
I know. I'm not in Barcelona.
How did you spend your weekend?
Hey.
As in, my weekend was fantastic because we won the game.
What team did you
What team
support?
did you rep?
What team do you rep?
Barcelona.
Wow, what a fantastic
good
comeback
one.
yesterday.
Yesterday was a massive one for Barcelona fans.
Yes.
So tell us more about your team. How did you feel yesterday and with the Easter festive going on?
The team is going to be like 5 anxious. I don't think we are going to win that game again.
Against a very, very compact set of Figo.
I was a big fan for that yesterday.
Good one. Tell us your last 4 numbers. So we have something for you after the show.
The last 4 digits of your phone number.
I can't hear you.
The last 4 digits of your phone number. We've got something for you tonight.
2644.
2644.
All right. So thank you very much for joining the conversation. What's your name again?
Oluwatobi.
Oluwatobi.
Indeed, Oluwatobi.
God is big. God is
Thank you very
greater.
much. Enjoy the rest of your night. All right, that was Toby's celebrating Barcelona just yesterday. Good one for them.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very fantastic game for me.
We have another caller on the show this evening. Good evening to you.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Okoyemi. I'm calling from Bodija.
Okoyemi from
Okoyemi,
Bodija.
how old are you?
How old are you?
80 years.
80 years old.
Okay,
Wow.
let's start with this. Which team do you support?
What team do you support?
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Blues.
Wow.
Let me ring the bell for you, man. Let me ring the bell for you, man. So how was the Sunday? I mean, you saw Chelsea play against Fulham today. How did you feel after 90 minutes?
What was going through your mind when Fulham were leading by a goal to nil?
I was thinking Chelsea we're gonna lose the match.
But it surpassed expectation against all odds, and they finally staged a massive comeback to give you, the joy that you deserved.
Yes, sir.
So did you enjoy your Easter at the end of the day after that victory?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you so very much. Give us your last 4 number. Like
0083.
The last 4 digits of your phone number.
0083.
Yes, sir.
What's the name again?
Okoyemi.
Okay, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your night. Oh, come on. Chelsea fans enjoying their moment. I mean,
Of course,
we spoke about the comeback yesterday. I mean, today. And of course, for Chelsea fans, I think that was a massive relief.
Yeah, it was a very huge relief for Enzo Maresca. I mean, in the first half, they were losing by a goal to nil, courtesy of that fantastic finish from our very own Alexander Iwobi, who of course gave Fulham the lead at the Craven Cottage. But Chelsea, for me, regardless of the team you support, you just have to feel for them. You just have to be happy for them, because if they had lost that game today, it could have done a major setback on for them in their quest for getting Champions League qualification. As it stands, they are currently third on the, I said fifth on the log, rather.
Yeah.
They are fifth on the log in the MPF. I say in the MPF in the Premier League. So
yes, we have City ahead of them with just 1 point separating both sides after playing 33 games. And for Nottingham Forest, a game, they still have a game to play. Of course, they
are playing against Tottenham tomorrow, Monday Night Football. It's going to be difficult for them because they are traveling away from home to play that game.
In Jesus' name, it should be difficult for them.
A win for them will take them back to third position, because they have 57 points. If they win tomorrow, they will definitely have 60 points, and they will be 1 point better than Newcastle, who currently sit third on the log. Man City 58 points and Chelsea 57 points.
So we got reports from Spanish La Liga as we speak. Real Madrid, after playing 79 minutes, there they go.
They have scored a goal. That's a very good one for Real Madrid. A sense of relief for
80 minutes. Vinicius Junior.
Vinicius Junior. It can only be him. They need this game. They just have to do everything possible. And the fact that they are playing at home at the Santiago Bernabeu, of course, it's another advantage for them. Home advantage for them. Athletic Club are also very difficult side to play against. Very technical. And Real Madrid just have to, grind out results, even if it's going to be very, very difficult for them, because now I think they are now 3 points as they stand. They are now 3 points behind. 4 points rather. They are 4 points behind Barcelona. Barcelona 73 points. Real Madrid 69 points. Still all to play for, and they will definitely want to, go all out and fancy their chances of maybe getting a win in the El Clasico, which of course will be the title decider this season for the Spanish La Liga.
Interesting time ahead. Italian Serie A is still one victory.
For me, I think the focus for me now has to be the Italian Serie A, where the title race is getting more and more interesting every day. Just like I said last week, that Bologna were going to be very difficult for Inter Milan. It happened today. Stubborn Bologna, they stopped Inter Milan. They lost. They won Inter Milan 1-0, and that has actually thrown the title race open for Inter Milan and Napoli. Same points. After March 32, it's still all to play for in the Italian Serie A, and we just have to keep our fingers crossed and see how that one will end. For Inter Milan, they are still in the Champions League. They are into the semi-final of the Champions League, where they will be playing against Barcelona. So Napoli will definitely, will see that as an opportunity for them, because they will be focusing only on the, Italian Serie A. 71 points, but Inter Milan have a better goal difference, 40 goals. Napoli with 27 goals, same 71 points. So Inter Milan are topping with goal difference. So for Inter Milan, it's going to be very difficult for them, because they are still in the Champions League. The fatigue will come in. They will definitely want to focus on the league and all of that. How to balance and juggle both leagues and Champions League together might be very, very more tasking for them. But for Napoli, it's a huge advantage for them that they have actually, equal the points. They are now 71. With Inter Milan.
All right. Again, the number to call is 091-5103-5555. So let's enjoy the conversation this evening. Right there on our Facebook, we have Abiyo every Century Stars, the prank team. So no continental buy.
Yeah, it's just the reality. You just have to accept the bitter truth. It didn't start just today. It was not as a result of the outcome of this game.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw it coming. They've been underperforming in recent games. Don't forget, they went 7 games without winning a single match. And even when they finally won against Niger Tornadoes, the following game they still dropped points, and they could not even win Ikorodu City at home. So it's just the reflection of their recent reality. Quite unfortunate that from being a title decider, they are now missing out, and they would definitely struggle to even remain in top 10 because their next game now is going to be another difficult game against high flying Abia Warriors, who lost woefully.
Wounded Abia Warriors.
Wounded Abia Warriors, so they will definitely want to bounce back. And fortunately for them, the game will be played at the Umaya Township Stadium right there in Abia. So they will definitely want to be back to winning ways against Shooting Stars. And I cannot even say it confidently that Shooting Stars will pick something away from that game. And their next home game again will be played behind closed door against a relegation threatening Sunshine Stars, who definitely would need that
My
point.
team, we are coming to a battle, and we are coming to secure the maximum 3
Of course, it is possible now because,
all right.
because it is behind closed door.
Anything can just happen here in Ibadan now.
Anything can happen now. No fans,
motivation,
no morale. The players are looking. The players are looking.
And remember, the first leg was played on a neutral ground. Also, Shooting Stars went to
Shooting Stars went to Ikene and they won.
So let's see what will happen. Olamide saying, "Well done from Shaki." Thank you so very much this evening for joining the conversation, guys. Let's talk about all the games that went down. Apart from the Premier League, we have all the interesting games.
We have not even spoken about the other games in the English Premier League.
All right. United, the loss is no more news.
It's no more news.
And for Arsenal, to Arsenal won. Arsenal, I mean, they are currently in the form of a life. Let's pick this call. We have a call right about now. Good evening to you this evening.
Good evening, how are you, my dear brother?
Thank you so very much. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Are Sulaiman from Bodija, Ibadan.
Are Sulaiman for Bodija, Ibadan. So how was your weekend? Let me start with that.
My weekend was fantastic, sir.
All right. So what?
Take us through your weekend. What happened? What was the biggest highlight of your weekend?
Chelsea Football Club.
They made you happy, right?
Yes, of course.
All right.
Are you sure they are making you happy? They are still.
I was there at least for now.
For now.
Because before the second goal was scored, even before the equalizer was scored, I was disturbed.
Honestly.
But immediately the equalizer was scored and they scored the second goal, I was very happy. I was delighted.
The manner in which they actually won that game was very, very remarkable.
Yes, I think
doing a comeback in the London
Let
derby.
me do this for you. Let me ring the bell for you, Chelsea fans. I think this bell is for you this evening. I mean.
Thank you very much, my dear brother. God bless you.
It's not easy this season for Chelsea. That we're going through a lot.
Yeah, you know, their coach actually, made sense in his post-match reaction. He said it's been 3 years since Chelsea qualified for the Champions League, and that was a fact.
Right.
But now I think they are in a pole position. If they can continue this momentum, they can qualify for Champions League.
And thanks to Arsenal for giving them the fifth slot. So
Yes.
Okay, give us the last phone number of your phone number.
The last 4 digits on my
phone. The last 4 digits of your phone number.
4782.
4752. 82, right?
4782.
Okay.
Right. What's the name again?
Are Sulaiman from Bodija.
Okay, Are. Are you the owner of that Are Street?
Yes.
That's the street.
That's the street. Thank you so very much for joining us.
I was born in 1958.
Wow. 1958. Wow.
All right.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
We hope that you continue to be part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Now, regard to Sportsmaster, sir.
All right.
Definitely,
Yeah,
we'll send your greetings to Sportsmaster. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us this beautiful evening.
All right. Thank you very much. Come on, Chelsea fans are just calling. What is going on?
Of course, it's a very good day for them. They would never have asked for a better Easter Sunday. It was going all south for them. But they actually try everything possible to rewrite their story today at the Craven Cottage. And just like it's happened in the Stamford Bridge, where Fulham did the unthinkable, they came back and they won that game. Chelsea also hurt them at the Craven Cottage. I remember that game. Cole Palmer in the first leg.
You do me, I do you.
Do me, I do you. Cole Palmer had scored in the 16 minutes. He was assisted by Levi Koi. And in the 82 minutes, they thought they had already won that game. But in the 82 minutes comes the man, Ari Wilson, and he scored that goal, equalized for the Fulham in the first leg. I remember that game very vividly before Rodrigo Muniz scored in the 90th minute of that encounter. And Chelsea lost at home to Fulham. But today, Alex will be scored in the 20th minute. He was assisted by Sessegnon. And in the 83 minutes, Terry George, inspired the comeback for Chelsea. He called the scoreline before Pedro Neto. What a fantastic, sumptuous finish from the Portuguese guy, who was assisted by Enzo Fernandez in the 90th plus 3 minutes to give Chelsea the maximum result. Of course, to give them the hope of playing in the UEFA. The money spinning, lucrative, the mother of all league, UEFA Champions League.
I mean,
but it's still out to play for.
But for their female team, they lost today gallantly against Barcelona 4-1 at the Champions League.
When I told you that Barcelona, Chelsea are Chelsea female team, a regular customer of Barcelona feminine team. Last season they knocked them out of semi-finals. In 2021, when Chelsea made team won Champions League against Manchester City, they lost 4-0. It's done and 4-1. It's done and dusted.
3 goals can still chip team.
In England. Okay, we see.
For Lyon yesterday against Arsenal, they also. Lyon also won the game.
They will definitely. Lyon, you see,
Lyon and Barcelona.
Lyon are the most successful team in UEFA women's football.
Right.
They are the most successful team. Why Barcelona are currently the best team in recent time? I think Lyon have won it for 6 or 8 times. Barcelona have won it for 4 times. Barcelona Femini are doing very, very well in that league. It is there for me. I would definitely tip them as the title favourite. If they can get past Chelsea have been doing well under Bompastor, their coach, their former Lyon coach, who of course was the only coach who has won Champions League both as a player
manager.
and as a manager. So we expected her that she was going to actually give Chelsea the Champions League trophy, but quite unfortunate that they cannot get past a very, very strong high-flying Barcelona Femini. But let's see what happens in the second leg. For Chelsea in the Premier League, there are remaining matches now. They will play Everton at home next week. They will now travel, although they will still play at home to Liverpool. Yes, before they now travel to the St. James's Park to play against Newcastle. Newcastle was also fighting for Champions League football. They lost woefully at the Villa Park yesterday to Aston Villa 4-1. Before Chelsea, I think Chelsea then they still have to play Manchester United at home before they will now travel to the City Ground to play against Nottingham Forest on the final day. That's going to be a big one. So look at the remaining 4 matches.
All right, boy, we have a call again. Good evening to you. Hello, good evening to you. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, are you there? Good evening. Hello. We lost that call. Network is very, very bad. So for Chelsea, Everton, Liverpool, Newcastle, Man U, and Nottingham Forest, they have a very high mountain to climb. It's going to be very difficult for them. But
then let's motivate Chelsea fans. Anything can happen. Maybe against Everton they can secure a draw because they'll be playing at home.
They will playing at home, but Everton
first leg ended in a draw.
Everton has always been Everton. They know how to play Chelsea.
They know how to play.
The
one we call Otte game. They know how to do that.
Of course, they are always. They've always been a very difficult side for Chelsea to play against, and you see teams like Nottingham Forest, Manchester City, Newcastle, Aston Villa, all pushing for Champions League football. For Nottingham Forest, their remaining 4 games will be Tottenham tomorrow, Brentford at home, Crystal Palace away from home, Leicester at home, West Ham away from home, and Chelsea at home. While for Manchester City, they will play against Aston Villa at home, Wolverhampton Wanderers at home, Southampton away from home, Bournemouth, and Fulham away from home.
All right, so quickly, let's talk about the Italian Serie A now. Done and dusted for Atalanta, the one away from home, 1-0 against AC Milan. Just like you mentioned, the title race is now officially open.
Yeah, it is open, but not open for Atalanta. Unfortunately,
for Atalanta, probably for not for Atalanta.
And this result. Did not even. It was not this result that thrown open the title race. It was the result this afternoon
for Inter Milan
that we saw.
So we have Napoli
in Bologna.
71 points, Inter Milan 71 points after playing 33 games.
Yes, the result in Bologna, in that Bologna Inter Milan game, has thrown open. And quite unfortunate, it was even 90 plus 4 minutes that goal that Bologna scored that only goal. Mussolini scored in the 90th minute.
All right, good evening to you.
Good evening.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Oluwatobi. I'm calling from Yanobodija.
Yanobodija. We have a female.
Oluwatobi.
All right, let me ring the bell for you.
Wow, fantastic.
Well, welcome to the show officially. So, how was your weekend? Let's start with that.
Very interesting, fantastic.
What club do you support? Because the way you are saying, very interesting.
I mean,
I sense
probably, maybe
I
Chelsea.
sense you're a Chelsea fan, or Barcelona, or perhaps Liverpool.
Now I'm a Chelsea fan.
I know.
We talk on.
By their voice, you shall know them. By their mood, you shall know them.
I mean, this was a good one for
Yeah,
them.
that's funny to say. You guys are doing well. We love your show. Thank you so much for entertaining us.
Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for listening.
Oh, yeah, give us your last number. Oh, yeah, sharp.
1936.
1936.
Your name again is Oluwa Toby.
Oluwatobi from Yanobodija.
I mean, we have one Oluwatobi again. Can you please call the number again, please?
1936.
36.
Now, before you go, as a Chelsea fan, do you think Chelsea can still go all the way to secure the qualification for Champions League next season?
I think so, yes.
Are you really optimistic? Are you optimistic?
Chelsea fan, they know they lose hope.
Very optimistic. I'm positive about it.
You are positive. You are very positive with Everton, Liverpool, Newcastle, Man U, and Nottingham Forest.
Very positive.
Okay, let's see how it goes.
All right. Thank you so much for joining the conversation. Enjoy the rest of your night. Interesting one. Chelsea fans.
A female.
You always know.
Matter.
You always know.
It's football. It's a very interesting game. Very, very interesting game. Not just for the male category, even for female fans. I just have to be
maybe we should talk about the female folks now, because yesterday we saw the Nigerian Flamingo,
and that's why I just wanted to.
Algeria, and they won the game 4 goals to nil
at Remo Star Stadium. I mean, Coach Olowo Okere has done so well. Has done quite a fantastic job with these ladies. They are doing the job. They are getting the goals. They are very, very confident. I watched the highlight of that game. I didn't see the game. I had to go and watch the highlight. And the way they were moving the ball around, they're very technical on the ball. I mean, completing passes.
The ball.
Of course, it was a fantastic, performance on the dominant performance against a North African side, Algeria. And for me, it is done and dusted. But of course, anything can happen in football. I wouldn't want them to underrate them going into the second game. They will travel to Algeria, but I believe in these ladies that they will definitely pick the ticket to participate in the World Cup. And don't forget, this World Cup will be staged in Morocco later this year. So I believe an African team can actually win this tournament.
Maybe the Flamingos. Maybe even the Morocco national team.
I would definitely take Flamingos with what I've seen from these girls so far.
But then we saw them at the last World Cup after winning all 3 games, only for them to lose.
They lost. I think they lost in the semi-final against United States of America.
Okay, that was World Cup before. The last World Cup, they were kicked out immediately after the group stage. After they won all
I'm talking about the last World Cup.
Yes.
The last World Cup. They made it to the semi-final, if I'm not mistaken. They lost.
That was a previous one before this last one.
Oh, yeah. I think with what they are doing now, they also know that they need to actually do very well this time around. And the fact that it's going to be staged, it's going to be played on African soil, I think it will be a big motivation for any African representatives going into this tournament. So we wish them well. And also for the under-17 team, under-17 men's national team of
Morocco, right? They won
yesterday.
They won against
Mali.
The Malians.
The host, it was host to win for them. They hosted and they won it. Beautiful performance from them yesterday. It shows we are anticipating the under-20 African Cup of Nations. It will definitely start this month, and of course we cannot wait to see Nigerian Flying Eagles in action. Of course, we cannot wait to see these players participating in that particular tournament. It's going to be very, very interesting, like I said. And the fact that the boys are getting ready already, we just have to wish them well and hope that they would definitely do Nigerian proud going into that tournament.
Okay, let's wait and see. So the last under-17 World Cup happened last year, hosted by Dominican Republic, won by North Korea against Spain in the finals. Of course, that was a very good one for North Korea. So let's focus on all that before we say our BYE on the show. Just yesterday we saw Barcelona doing the unthinkable, doing that magic comeback. That is real remontada.
The real remontada, yeah, we've been seeing remontada.
I mean, we saw it
We saw it at Old Trafford on Thursday night,
Mm.
and we saw it yesterday for Barcelona against Celta Figo, and we saw it at the Craven Cottage again today, where Fulham were left, craving at their cottage. Chelsea doing the comeback, a late comeback,
I mean,
so to say.
These Chelsea fans.
No, they deserve it.
Okay.
Because honestly, it was a very difficult game for them at
Even
a
though they
difficult
lost at
ground.
the Conference League,
It was done and dusted for them in the Conference League. But for Manchester United, I don't know why I've not spoken about them today. But I've seen so many.
Okay. What will you say about United? They lost today. Yeah.
Yes, they lost expectedly because when you saw the first 11, I was not expecting anything going into that game, and the squad was heavily rotated, just like Ruben Amorim said after that game against Lyon that it would definitely give kids opportunity to play in the Premier League because his focus is now Europa. The league, they don't have anything to fight for in the league. Unfortunately for them, they have been confirmed to remain in the league. They have survived relegation because Arsenal won against Ipswich. So if they like, they should lose all their remaining matches. They are not going to relegate. So the focus now, is the Europa League. And
Athletic Club.
Yeah, Athletic Club.
Okay, quick one. Real Madrid just confirmed the winner of this game.
They have won it. One goes to nil. A good one for them. They are still. They can still say it. Confidently. They are still in the race. 4 points. 4 points is not. It's salvageable.
Yeah.
Because if they can win the El Clasico, which of course I do not believe they can win it anyway, but if they can do it, yes, of course with their current form, I'm not optimistic about Real Madrid this season. If there is a team that is waiting, that cannot wait for this season to be over, I think it is Real Madrid. Honestly.
City Boy, nice one. We need to say why you on the show. Right about
yeah, of course. It's been a very, very wonderful time to discuss football, everything football,
100% football
conversation, exclusive football conversation. It's been a fantastic time, and we appreciate each and every of our callers that are
on Facebook.
Yes.
Definitely tomorrow we'll be back again.
Of course.
1:30 p.m. Nigerian time. We'll be here again for sport today, and of course, as that time, we'll take you through all the interesting stories coming from the world of sports, from tennis to basketball. We talk about all that trade stories that went down this weekend. And of course, on Sunday like this, next week, we have a bigger giveaway to give out. Definitely.
Yeah, of course. This is just the beginning. This is just the tips of the iceberg, as they say. And next week will be better and it'll be bigger. Much so. We really hope that we are going to have more callers, more people calling on the program, repping their football club, and also
it's time to rep
sharing.
your club.
It's time to rep your club. And also, this is the business end of the season. I was expecting Liverpool fans to actually call in and celebrate.
Maybe next week they will come. They will buy the show. But then, Engineer, thank you so much for working with us this evening. Until we come your way again later tomorrow. My name is Ayomikun Adeni.
And I'm Samuel Akin today. You can call me the City Boy. I will be back tomorrow.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
Yeah.
All my life been on the road, and it's dark and very